Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sports World Dubbo as we continue our live coverage of the 2016 Australian Junior Indoor Cricket Championships. I'm Cameron Walter alongside Tony Pahi. It will be our pleasure to bring you the 13 and under boys preliminary final between the New South Wales Blues and Western Australia. The New South Wales side lost the major semi-final against Victoria and will now have to play Western Australia, who beat the New South Wales Cyclones in the minor semi-final to take their place in the grand final. So we've seen a lot of close matches in the 13 and under division. We expect that this one will be no different. And it's a very good afternoon to you, Tony Pahi.
Good afternoon, Cameron Walter, and good afternoon to everybody. And I'm sure we're going to be in for a cracking game here.
Why don't you take us through the two sides?
Certainly will. With the New South Wales side is captained by Hayden Ferguson. We have Max, I think it's Clishold, I can't read the writing properly, Fraser Ever, Aidan Cowles, Toby Schofield, Lyndon Coward, Jake Langdon Mayhew, and Matthew Brown. For WA, captained by Jake Egan, Max DeVries, Bryce DeVries, Gus McKeon, Jack Prescott, Ashton Stampalia, Matthew Bottega, and Daniel Voss.
So those are the 16 players charged with bringing their team through the sudden death preliminary final. Now, you may see on your screens that there's some fairly tall Western Australians out there. Please be assured we have checked their ID as we see the umpire for the match, Ralston Ambrose, making his way down to the umpiring position. The last time these two sides met, it was 133 to 95, and it went the way of New South Wales. So, having finished higher on the ladder, they in fact, Western Australia won through from fourth. You would think that New South Wales, Tony, probably have the right to favourite status at this point.
Oh, look, that's correct, Cameron. We said the same thing in the previous game about the Cyclones, and it wasn't the case. So, and as you know, anything can happen in these finals. Runs on the board, pressure on both sides. It could go down either way.
We do often see sides that lose the major semi-final go out in straight sets. I've talked about that on commentary already. New South Wales will certainly be hoping that's not the case this evening. Now, they did win the toss, and you can probably see their young batsmen out there ready to go, so they've chosen to bat, and the opening bats for New South Wales will be Toby Schofield and Jake Langdon Mayhew. We are coming to you live from Dubbo Sports World, and that's thanks to Destination New South Wales, the Western Plains Regional Council, and of course Cricket Australia, who are the hosts of this tournament. Dubbo have put on a fantastic week for us. A little bit of rain about today, but otherwise, all of the participants at this carnival have enjoyed a wonderful week here in country New South Wales, and it's fantastic to see a tournament of this scale brought to regional areas of Australia, and even better to see the support from New South Wales Tourism in the form of Destination New South Wales and the Western Plains Council.
Look, it certainly has, Cameron, and you know we've had a great time up here, and you know the locals have been so welcoming to everybody in the centre. It's a credit to the owners and the staff here. They've been so welcoming to everybody. And I'm sure that the kids have all gone out to the zoo and the other attractions just to relax and take some time off. So regional Australia have done themselves proud, and there could be more of those in the future.
Yeah, no doubt. And some small delays here. I'm not sure what the hold-up was, but we appear ready to get underway with Bryce DeVries, one of two twin brothers in this Western Australian side. He'll bowl the first over, and it will be Toby Schofield on strike. Here we go. Sudden death indoor cricket in the under 13 boys. And a run out off the first ball. The Western Australian keeper, Jake Egan. What a fantastic piece of fielding. Nothing wrong with a shot. It just went back into his hands in a direct hit flick.
Great start there for WA. And with these nets being a bit springy, the balls do come back a bit quicker than the batsmen expect. And New South Wales short of the ground.
Yeah,
great start by the Wolves.
Langdon Mayhew run out without facing a ball as DeVries continues. And what a response from Langdon Mayhew. He's just a little fella and he's just put that away for three.
Looks like a couple of changes to the side here for WA for the prelim final.
Chance at the top. Oh, Bottega didn't hit the stumps direct. I have a feeling a direct hit would have found Schofield short of his ground. We do say hello to all of our viewers from around the country and indeed the world. You're watching our future superstars of indoor cricket and indeed all cricket in the 13 and under division. Obviously, the bulk of our audience will probably be family and friends of the young superstars we have in front of us. But
Certainly
please do share the link around indoor.cricket.com.au and through the CA Live app and show all your friends and family just how talented these cricketers are.
And there's been some very talented players on this courts this week through all grades, and we just hope they continue to grow into the sport.
Now this is, as Schofield takes 2 off the last ball of the over, this is the 10th, 11th year of this division since it resumed in 2006 in Canberra, and we've seen in that time a number of players that begin playing at this level and have then gone on to represent through each division and then indeed the open men's level for indoor cricket, and in some cases the Big Bash League and state contracts. So I said earlier we may very well be looking at some of those types of players here today. And Prescott will bowl the second over. And starts
full toss
with a full toss Castle.
Saw that earlier in the afternoon, full toss wicket. Always happens in this sport. I think the batsman is actually surprised by that delivery.
Yeah, couldn't get anything on it. And it's taken out the top of middle. Not in the traditional way, but goes down to the book as a wicket.
And as you were talking about just before, a lot of these players are also talented outdoor players as well, as you were alluding to. And
chance again, and it's just out of the reach of both the keeper and the leg side fielder. Gee, we're seeing some nerves here from the New South Wales batsmen, unsurprisingly given their youth and the big occasion. But it will be the side that can hold their nerve that will likely advance to the grand final against Victoria.
I was commentating.
Is it Queensland?
Sorry. I was just going to say, I was commentating on the other game. We were trying to figure out a par score. We got to 109 in the previous game. And that held up. Sorry, that was defeated, sorry.
So you think 3 figures is a must?
I think so. I really do. With the WA boys in the last game, they struggled a little bit in the last batting pair. But they ended up getting over the line. But they lost a lot of wickets at crucial times. And the Cyclone boys just couldn't hold on. So I'd say that the New South Wales coach will be looking at 3 figures.
And a direct hit. What a piece of fielding from Voss. And you'll find that Schofield was well short of his ground off the last ball of the over. And New South Wales, after 2 overs, haven't troubled the scorers. Tony Pahi.
Well, it's the pressure of the situation, isn't it, Cam? The big games in the fielding side, 4th team is stepping up at the moment. They didn't do this in the last game. They let a lot of wickets get away early. But they've regrouped in the break and they've started off really well.
It'll be Bottega to come on and continue this run for Western Australia. They'll be desperate to keep this opening pair down to a low total. If they can do that, they have got off to the perfect start.
Oh, certainly.
Fielding first. That one through the gap.
There was a lot of plays in the last game that the balls got through, as we alluded to. There are a lot of the tall fielders here.
Oh, it's through everybody.
And the tall fielders had trouble getting down to the low balls.
Oh. That's a wonderful leg from Bottega, and he gets his reward. He played all round that and chopped it on. Western Australia have their 4th wicket in the 3rd over.
This is the perfect start for WA. Coming from 4th, it's a must-win game for them. And they are on fire at the moment.
Now, it takes a lot for such young cricketers to respond to such pressure. It's a chance again, and what a grab that is from De Vries in the front court. Oh my, Bottega is on a hat-trick. This could be the game right here. These next 8 deliveries, the rest of this over, and then the whole of the next one.
I think so.
And unconvincingly fended away for 2 to see off the hat-trick for Bottega. And 1 ball remains now. New South Wales are in a world of hurt on -6. Chance. Oh, he didn't have the ball, so not out.
Unlucky there.
Yeah, he's missed an opportunity there. That went straight back to the keeper. So 2 runs to finish the over, and New South Wales get back to -4. What a start it's been for Western Australia.
Great over from Bottega. It's just exactly what Western Australia needed in this game. The boys have to regroup here for New South Wales and try to get a positive score on the board, and I'm sure they will. But you'd have to bring on another big bowler, I think, and it looks like it's going to happen now. With De Vries, I think Max De Vries is going to bowl this one.
Yeah, you'll have to forgive us as we sort out the twin brothers on the court, but yeah, this is in fact M De Vries. Maybe Western Australia sensing the occasion here and hoping to really convert this into something special. Oh, great piece of fielding there in the front court, but 2 runs to New South Wales. They've got to keep playing the shots and backing themselves to get home.
That's all they can do here. I mean, he backed away a little bit from there. Still played it onto the leg side for 2.
Oh. Yeah, just pushed into the gap again, and it falls out of the reach of the fielders. So they're back to 0 with 4 balls remaining in the first partnership of the match. Through the gap, well played for 2. We have plenty of width that time.
So you're unlucky to field cleanly there. Just got to keep fighting these 2 boys. 3 balls left. You can get 2 a ball. There's 6 to come out on +8. Would be a good comeback.
A little bit of a misfield there. It fell into his hands. He couldn't get it cleanly. So New South Wales get away with another 2 runs and move the score to 4. 2 balls remain in the De Vries over. Shuffled back, gave himself some room and tucked it away on his leg side for 2. Last ball. On the leg side there, he was almost wandering out of his crease. That's an extra delivery and 2 runs for the New South Welshmen. In indoor cricket, the extras bowled in the last over allow the batsman to have another delivery. Yeah, push through the gap and a good finish. Impressive little final over there for New South Wales. Those 2 were well and truly under the pump, and they did well to get 14 runs off that over and get themselves back into the positives. So they finish on 10. Schofield getting 11 and Langdon Mayhew copping the brunt of those wickets, but Western Australia will be very happy with that start.
Oh, they certainly will, and it's a good fight back just before I go onto the fielding side. Good fight back from the New South Wales players. +10 when they were in all sorts of trouble. WA started off really well compared to the last game where they were a bit slow to get off the mark. So they just want to continue this momentum as they're going through the innings.
Yeah, indeed, and we see Eva and Coward coming out to bat, second for New South Wales.
Both batsmen have scored 86 runs this tournament, which is no mean feat on 5 games. So they'll be looking to push the score on pretty well, I would hope, with Egan coming on to bowl.
Here we go, the start of the 5th over. Egan starts well, catches the legs of Eva. Eva. We'll call him Eva. A dot ball to start. Yeah, targeting those legs, and That is out. And, Coward's not impressed with the decision, but he didn't exactly bust the gut to get home. And for mine, that's out from our position way back here.
He had to run around the fielder as well.
Yep.
So he went the long way home, and he was found short. It's a good start from WA.
Yeah, relentless pressure from the boys from the west. Oh, it's a great shot, but straight to the fielder, and well done from Boss there to keep it to 1.
And they've got the same field, WA, in the front court. They had all the front players in front of the batters, which they had in the other semi-final as well. Which I thought was a strange field setting, but it seems to be working in this game.
Do you mean all of them forward of square?
Yeah. Yep.
That'll be a no ball for height. And a direct hit. Gee, that would have been tight, but Eva gets home. So no ball plus the runs. Final ball of the over. Finds the edge. Chance at the top end. Oh, direct hit. Would have been close, but they finished the over with a dot. So 0 runs from it, and again, Western Australia, they're just not letting the foot off the pedal, are they?
No, they've got to keep it going here. They can't release the foot. Got to keep it going for the next few overs if they really want to get into this game. And we had young Daniel Voss to bowl the 6th over.
It'll be Eva on strike, and Western Australia are right on top. That 3-figure mark looking a long way away right now, Tony.
Certainly is. Seems to be every time I come up with a score, I seem to be a moz on it, so I'm going to stop predicting, I think.
So Voss started with, and will continue with 2 fielders on the leg side, but put it wide outside off stump off the first delivery, and full and straight off the second.
Looked in
wide,
from
yeah, it was a tight one. Must have caught a piece of the line. So 3 balls remain in the over. It's persisting with a 2-man leg side field. That's a better line for that field, and a chance of the keepers in again, but not gathering quick enough. So another 2 runs, and 2 balls remain. Generally with a 2-man leg side field like that, they want to target the legs, but ever good enough to put it square. That one was right at the fielder from Coward there, but still through the field for 2. So the field not impairing New South Wales batting at all at the moment. And play through the offside net to 2. And they take 10 runs from the over, and a much better over for New South Wales. From their perspective, they'll hope this is the start of a decent run where they can build towards a competitive total.
Well, that's right, and if they can keep getting like 10 to 12 and over, they'll come out with a good score this partnership, and hopefully give the third partnership some confidence as well. As long as they don't lose any more wickets along the way, there'll be a competitive partnership coming up here. Batega looks like he's coming on to bowl his 2nd over.
Yeah, I don't mind that move. He bowled a really good 3rd over of the match. Well,
change
of
plan.
Mind, yeah. I would like to have seen him come on then. It's they've just had a good over, New South Wales. If Batega could have produced something similar to his 1st over, would have completely arrested any momentum that they've earned. But it'll be Stampala instead. He starts with a full toss straight to the receiver and a wicket. Coward had committed to the run. He was way too far down the pitch, And an easy piece of work for McEwen at the back here. And another wicket falls.
Just what they didn't need at this stage, obviously, because they had a great over previous over. They needed to build on that.
Full again and just put away for 2 this time by Ever.
That's better. It's got 2 lovely shots here.
Yeah, just a little too full at the moment is Stampala. That one probably a little too short, so not quite getting his length.
And the batters are playing him with ease, so maybe take a few seconds and think about where he wants to put the ball, but I'm sure he's following his coach's instructions.
Much better length. Beats Coward, and there's 1 ball remaining in the over now.
We're dry.
3 for 2.
So 3 off that over with the wicket. Good finish to the over for the New South Wales batsman. And we're coming up, I think, with Gus McKeon to finish off to this pair. 25 after 7 overs, New South Wales.
And McEwen is bowling the last over to the pair, and he starts with a wide, which New South Wales will have re-bowled.
Oh, it's a better ball.
Great delivery. Very nearly bowled him, but Coward just got some bat on it, and they scamper through for a single. And he gets bat on it. Another single there.
So the
Still 4 balls remaining.
Accumulating the runs slowly, but they're doing okay at the moment.
Yeah, the response from New South Wales to a flurry of wickets has been very impressive. They've lost 3, 5, 7 wickets so far, and they're still in a position where they can build a total. Might not be 3 figures, but
No.
It's something they can bowl to.
Oh, lucky to get away with the bounce off the net.
Yeah, that's these nets have been springy all week, and that one didn't do anything like what Prescott thought it would. He's let that go to the back for 4. So 2 balls remain, and all of a sudden this pair has moved to 25.
Just change your feel. That's a great response.
And again, same shot, a diving Prescott can't get to it. So some big hitting from these two has completely reversed the course of the match already. You can see this off. They've done a very good job for New South Wales. And in fact, it's a leg side, so the second extra of the over, and they'll take another delivery. And that's the second or third wicket I think we've seen that's gone square into the side net and straight back to the keeper for a run out. So an unfortunate finish to what was otherwise a very good recovery from New South Wales.
Certainly was. I mean, even 26 is still a good partnership, and they've given them a good chance now. 41, I think it is after 2 pair. 80, 90 probably be a good score, I reckon, and probably defendable if they bowl tight lines when they come into field. 36, sorry.
So Aidan Kells has come out to bat, and he'll be on strike. His partner will be Max Clissold. The Western Australians certainly taking their time between overs. They'd want to be careful that they don't give the time limit a touch up. They've got 42 minutes and they're behind par at the moment. So what happens if they use up too much time, then they'll be penalised by Ralston Ambrose to the tune of 5 runs. And with how close some of these indoor cricket matches have been, that could be a very costly 5 runs. So they'd want to get a little bit of a wriggle on.
And as far as I know, there actually hasn't been any penalties this week with time. So
yeah, I don't think so. As Egan starts, and a good piece of fielding there from Debris in the front court, but he couldn't hit the stumps. Max Debris, that is. It's a single to start. Clissold's first ball. Behind square on the offside for 1.
oh, bit of wayward.
That nearly hit the fielder there. That's obviously slipping out of the hand of Egan. And another one. Some costly extras. Now just make it easy for a batsman to ease their way into an innings.
Oh, yes. I was watching Egan earlier in the day, and he gets really down on himself when he makes mistakes. And everyone's trying their best out there today. It's a better ball, a half chance, not taken.
And 1 ball remains. And he finishes with another wide. So 6 extras off that over. And a 10-run first over for the New South Welshmen. They'll be very happy with that start.
Yeah.
If this pair can get 30-something, then they've done a really good job of resurrecting an innings that was in big trouble 3 overs in, probably even 5 overs in when the score was on 0. So
that's correct. And you know, a few wayward overs here coming into play. And as you said just before, this is a good over for the batting pair to get themselves in, get their eye in, see what the ball's doing. They'll probably get 30, I reckon, the way they're going. But WA have to tighten up a little bit here.
It'll be Voss to bowl. His first over went for 12 runs without a wicket.
Oh, that is a
great shot, yeah. That's Kells there showing some class. Give himself plenty of time, plenty of room. Chance at the top.
Oh.
Direct hit. Would have found him short. Clissold's a big unit. Took him a while to get there.
Most of the batters I see at the moment just giving themselves a bit of room outside off to play their shots. It's good footwork from the young batters.
Chance. And again, Western Australia can't hit the stump, so that's probably 3 chances so far in this pair alone, where they've had a fairly simple opportunity to run them down, and the throws are just going wide.
That's right. They're just starting to miss the ones that they were taking earlier.
Yeah, and they're starting to bowl a few extras.
So WA just letting the pressure slip a little bit here, which is helping New South Wales. To 16 already at the present.
Yeah, great drive. Chance though at the top. Flick wide, so they get 2, and another good over for Western Australia, for New South Wales, I should say. They take 8 off that over and 18 for the pair, so well on their way to 30 plus here.
They certainly are. I think they might need. I reckon they need to hit hard now with someone. Someone who can bowl nice tight lines and lengths and get a couple of wickets here. We're going back to, looks like Ashton Stampalia again. To
1
bowl.
for 3 off his first over. So that was a run out. Struggled with his length early and again, but gee, it was almost a run out. Catch, I should say, just out of the reach of the sweeper fielder.
Oh, great
what
delivery.
a delivery. Straight through him. I want a few more of those from Stampala. Trouble the batsman if he can keep bowling that sort of a delivery. Yeah, chance at the top, and again, the run out goes begging.
Another opportunity here. Just waited on the ball and played it through the cover for 2.
But yet again, another opportunity there for Western Australia to run out the New South Wales batsmen and just not taken. They really want to convert some of these chances. 3 chance, ball not to
Nice
hand.
shot for 3. Consolidating really well here, these two. We're up to 63 and WA need to find some way to get a wicket.
Driven chance this time.
Oh.
And once again, they've missed the stumps.
I think it'd be nearly, I reckon, half a dozen or so chances just in this pair alone. You know, there's negative 30 if they had taken them. Just
Well,
not
it's
hitting.
allowed New South Wales to resurrect their innings. So they've got 5 overs left, and 3 figures is a very real possibility.
Well, it certainly is.
Where, you know, 8 overs ago, 6 overs ago, that was looking incredibly unlikely. They've put on these 64 runs in 6 overs. McEwen bowling now.
Yeah, they probably would have been looking at 80 at best, I believe. But the last 2 pairs, or these 2 pairs, 56 runs, batting really well here. Ball pitch. Ooh.
And a no ball, so they will have that ball re-bowled, but still get the extra runs.
Starting to unravel here, I could say pretty quickly at the moment. From the first over to this one. They need something to change very quickly.
It's a single. It's still 4 balls remaining. They've moved to 71 and 35 for the partnership. What an imposing 4 overs this has been for New South Wales.
Well played.
Probably could have got away with a run there, but happy to see it off for a dot. It's really impressive for me to see such young cricketers respond so well to pressure. This tournament is such a good preparation for any form of cricketer to come in and experience pressure against high-quality opponents in big occasions and still produce the goods. These 2 are doing it right now.
And they've done it.
3rd ball.
And they've done it with such coolness too. And as you said, they're doing really well in front of a big crowd. All their teams supporting them. One of the biggest games of their careers at the moment.
And push through the gap there for 3.
And they look like they're just seasoned players, don't they?
Yeah, they do. It's. I think we have to continue to remind our viewers you are watching the 13 and under boys. Last delivery. Yeah, well, scratch that. It's a no ball, so we'll have another one. And these 2 have moved to 40. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. I really can't. And I think WA don't know where the next wicket's coming from at the moment. Oh.
There's a chance there, but it goes down. So they get away with a single to finish, and they've put 41 runs on the board and moved New South Wales to 77. An amazing turnaround. Tony, I want to take you through, and our viewers, the overs so far. 3 runs, -3 runs, -4 runs. Then there was an aberration, 14 runs to finish the pair. But then Western Australia came back hard. 0. They got 12, then 3. And since that point, it has been all New South Wales. 11, 10, 8, 10, and 13 to get them to 77, largely on the back of 41 runs from this pair, the previous pair.
Yep.
What an incredible turnaround.
Oh, it certainly is, Cam. And when WA started off so well with that first batting pair, and then to get 0 off the first over of the second batting pair. But like you said, it's just the pressure of the big game and the chances that they're missing. New South Wales are right in this game, as you said earlier, to get 100, maybe 105, something like that. The last batting pair needs to consolidate right now.
And it'll be the New South Wales captain, Hayden Ferguson, and his partner, Matthew Brown. They will contend with one of the DeVries brothers. It is Max. 2 runs to start, very comfortable.
And at the moment, Western Australia don't have an answer for the New South Wales batsmen. The third batting pair batted really, really well. And that'll give this batting pair confidence to finish off the innings.
Driven through their hands, and it's 5 runs. McEwen can't believe it. He had that covered all day, and he's just let it through. Yeah, good call of no there from the New South Wales captain. Sends his non-striker back. Oh, great use of the feet, just in a position. Ferguson, he's a little fella, but I've seen him face 3 balls, and I can tell he's a quality bat.
Certainly is.
Oh, beats the bat of Brown, not gloved by the keeper, and will now be the last ball of the over.
Not a shot he needed to play either, young Brown, because they're doing so well.
Chance at the top, but early call of no, so safe for a dot. It will be 3rd ball to start the next over.
So 9 off the over is a good start. Just need to carry on the momentum here.
Well, Western Australia haven't claimed a wicket since the 8th over. And that was that run out off the last ball of a good pair. So somewhat fortunate wicket that was. So it's been all blue.
Yeah, and then along the way also, as we've alluded to in the comment, they've missed a lot of opportunities.
Here it is, 3rd ball. Played well, chance at the top, but just juggled it a little bit, I feel, or didn't have it cleanly enough to turn around and throw quickly. So 2 runs to the New South Wales captain. Yeah, well played for 2. I think not quite off the middle of the bat, but in the right area. Driven, again, not quite cleanly, in the flick from Prescott is wide. 2 runs.
Another opportunity, probably would have found him short if he hit there. Just having the game off now. I just wonder if fatigue may be starting to set in on the WA boys. New South Wales played earlier this morning. And they've had a longer rest. So maybe fatigue is playing a part. It's been a long week for these young fellas.
Been a long week for us all, I think, Tony. The last ball of the over. Full and just put away for 2 fairly comfortably.
So really, it's 20 runs scored without any pressure here. And if they can get another 20 off the next 2 overs, there's partnership of 40. You're looking at about 117.
Well, look, the total they've put on already is imposing. The Western Australian side average less than 100 runs a match off their own bat. So, and you have to remember that some of those runs would have come from the teams that aren't in finals.
Yes.
So they would have had big wins against lesser teams. It's really hard to see them getting to 100, let alone something along the lines of 115, 120, which is certainly within the realm of possibility for New South Wales now.
Certainly is, and when they were chasing 109 earlier in the day, they only just got over the line in that game. So having another 100-plus score to chase in a row might be, don't want to say out of their reach, but it could be a possibility.
Chance here at the top. Western Australia can't buy a wicket.
It's funny how this game turns around. Great start, as we keep saying, a great start earlier, but now it's just going to pieces at the moment here.
Fair ball there, was very wide. Ferguson probably doesn't quite have the reach to get that far out, but just inside the line, says umpire Ambrose, with 2 balls remaining. Chance, and that'll be the first wicket that Western Australia have claimed for some time, and it was a little bit of a gift wrap catch.
Oh, it certainly was.
From the New South Wales skipper.
Full ball onto the legs, just into the side net for the 3-line fielder.
If you're going to hit those, you've got to hit it down and up or smash it. And he just poked at it, and easy catch for Voss. Last ball. And leg side to finish from Bottega, so he finishes with 1 for 1 from that over and figures of 3 for -5. So certainly an impressive bowling performance from him.
Surprised they kept him this late in the innings too.
Well, we remember when we thought they were going to bowl him and they ended up bowling Stampala. I mean, Stampala still bowled a good over, but you know, they really needed to cash in on the start they had, and they've failed to do it. So it'll be Bryce de Vries to bowl the final over of the innings, and New South Wales are just 2 short of that magical 3-figure 100-run mark. Important over now for Western Australia. Here's de Vries. It's just short of, just wide, but inside the line. So very good delivery, and again the reach of the New South Wales batsman. He just left it alone.
I think he was hoping for a wide call.
Yeah, keep hoping, son. That one's well and truly wide, so you'll have that one again. Probably hear our DJs arrive just in time to add a bit of atmosphere between overs and when wickets fall, so that one will be wide. So, disappointing start so far to the over. He's allowed them to get in front of 100 without hitting the ball and given them 2 extra deliveries to boot. Driven for 3.
Lovely shot.
Yeah,
lovely
really good
shot.
batting.
Full face of the bat.
Oh, it's through the field.
Just punched that.
4 runs.
What a shot. Timed that so well.
Probably should have been picked up, but
yes.
He'll take it. Having a discussion there. I'm not sure what that was about, Tony.
I think he's asked fielder from each team, players from each team just to settle down. Maybe a bit of bumping or something. I didn't see it myself. Nice shot.
Yeah, well fended away there. It was a good delivery, not a lot wrong with it, and he just got some bat on it and got his partner home.
So 1 wicket in this batting pair. They've made a beautiful, well-compiled 35 runs so far.
Finished with a dot, but a damage certainly done by the New South Wales batsman They've moved to 112 runs, and I realised we had two big partnerships there to finish, 41 and 35, but you have to give credit to that first pair. They were in all sorts of trouble, in negative with an over to go, and they turned it around and produced 14 run over to get them to 10, and that gave the rest of the team some momentum, and New South Wales just cashed in on it.
They certainly have.
26 runs for the second pair, 41 for the third, and 35 for the final to put 112 runs in a sudden death preliminary final. Just amazing and calm batting.
It certainly was, and 76 runs in the last 8 overs have come out of nowhere. You know, WA were on fire in the first pair, and they'd wrestled it back, the momentum, and then the momentum just carried on all the way through, giving the team a lot of confidence. Coach Scott Bailey will be very happy with that effort. 112 scores on the board, and now it's up to WA to chase it down.
And Western Australia have to completely reverse where they're at. I mean, as much as New South Wales took the game away from them there, Western Australia let it go. There was plenty of misfields, lots of missed stump opportunities for hitting the stumps.
Certainly was.
So they're going to have to turn this around now, and it'll have to be some sort of a batting performance to score 112. As ladies and gentlemen, you're watching our live coverage of the final series for the 2016 Australian Junior Championships. Once again, thanks to Destination New South Wales, the Western Plains Regional Council, and of course Cricket Australia. This is our 13 and under boys preliminary final. Over on our other channel, New South Wales Cyclones, the home side, the country boys are batting first and are about to put on 130 plus against South Australia in their sudden death prelim. But here in the 13 and under boys, New South Wales, if you're just joining us, have posted 112, and it'll be the DeVries twins, Bryce and Max, with the job of coming out and getting the Western Australians off to what will need to be a very, very, very good start.
And they got off to a good start in the last game. From memory, I think they made 34 to get them off to a good start in that inning. So they'll be looking for more of the same here. They're not afraid to go for the back net either. So they need to bowl really tight here, the New South Wales Blues, and see if they can pick up some early wickets themselves.
And it'll be Lyndon Coward to bowl the first over. It is Max DeVries on strike. Bear with us as we navigate these twins batting. I think we'll just continue to say good shot from DeVries. And here we go. Western Australia need 113. New South Wales want to keep them to less than that. Here's Coward.
And Max on strike.
Yeah, as I said, and that'll be a dot to start. And a great shot to follow up from the dot. These two will be opening for a reason. The Western Australian coach will want a similar start to the one you referred to earlier, and they're going to need it. As much as New South Wales resurrected their innings, a run chase is very different. They need to get off to a flyer to chase down such a big total.
And that's not a good shot played across the line there. You know, also, I think from memory, Bryce was trying to play the big shots in the last innings. So he's not scared to take the bowlers on.
You say tried to, so it didn't come off?
Not all of the shots, no. He was mistiming a few, just like that.
That went into the back net for a single.
And I don't think the slower bowlers from the previous game was to his liking either. So maybe that could be a plan here for New South Wales.
Good shot from Max, through the gap for 2. And 1 ball remains in the over. And there's that big shot. And it's 4. You called it, Tony Pahi, and there it was in the first over of the match. Bryce DeVries shows he's not going to die wondering, has a dip, and he gets 4 for his trouble. We'll remind you, ladies and gents, this is a sudden death final, so the winner will earn the right to take on Victoria in the final, and for the loser, it's curtains. So I'm not surprised that Bryce is going to have a dip.
Oh, that's right. And he won't die wondering either. He'll keep trying that all the way through the innings. With young Ferguson to come on the bowl now.
The New South Wales captain. Here we go. And down leg side.
No.
It's interesting, these guys could put on something like 40. Well, that'll scare New South Wales. It really will, because it means the remaining pairs don't have to score so many runs. And it shows that Western Australia have the capability to chase down a big total as they take 2 runs. So it's such a psychological first 4 overs for these two.
Certainly will, and they've brought in Bottega and Stampalia into this game. They didn't play the last game, so maybe that's a tactical ploy there. But they did falter a little bit in the run chase in the previous game.
That's a great delivery there. No ball called. Front foot is the reason. So in indoor, you can't touch any part of that line with your front foot. And Ferguson just overstepping the mark. 2 balls remain in the over. Oh. Inside edge there for a 2 behind square leg. Hasn't been the most convincing over from the Western Australian batsmen, but they've been lucky to have 2 extras. Change up. Almost a catch. Gee, that sat up in the net, didn't it?
It certainly
2
did.
runs. So they get 10 off the second over, and they're on 19 after 2. That's the start they want.
Certainly is, but they've got to keep it going now. And I'm certainly through these 2 boys will, as I said, they're not scared to play their shots, which is what they need to do anyway. But New South Wales now need to find a little spark somewhere just to bring it back a little bit. And
Matthew Brown to bowl the 3rd over, and they'll be looking for him to do that. With Bryce De Vries on strike, sitting on 11 runs so far. Driven, not through, so just a single. That may prove the difference in the end between the 2 sides. We saw a lot of those just get slipped through the Western Australian field, and the throws missing the stumps. If New South Wales can reverse that, as Brown bowls are wide, they'll win the game.
Well, yeah, if they can pick it, even pick up a couple of half chances here, like there's 2 opportunities, I think. If they had got the clean hands, they might have put real pressure on the batsman.
Chance at the
There's
top.
another one. Oh, and there's the one. That's the one they needed. Young Eva unfortunately missed the ball, missed the stumps there. And
I don't know how that missed, to be honest. He did everything right. Ferguson was even in position for the gather at the receiver, and he just couldn't grasp it. So another leg side takes them to 7 runs off this over so far with 2 balls remaining. Another good one for Western Australia. Played straight, safe, single.
Pick up. So 1 ball left in the over.
Happy to see off Brown. And that sees them on 27 after 3. The coach of the Western Australian side may very well have said to them, look, our job is to match their skins. It may not necessarily be at the same time, but they've got a 41-run skin, so we need to get a 41-run skin. You might find that they'll even out a little bit more than that, but if these 2 in this last over can get them somewhere close to 40, then they have done exactly what the doctor ordered for Western Australia. And we see Langdon Mayhew coming up to the back net here to bowl the final over to the pair. It'll need to be a good one if New South Wales want to stay in the box seat.
Certainly will be, and we hope young Jake can get a couple of wickets early. He's taken 10 wickets for the Carnival so far, so he's capable of getting the wickets.
He starts with a dot, and that will immediately put the Western Australians on 3rd ball, so the score will have to change on this delivery. Driven. It's misfielded, and I think, no, he's called it 1.
Great effort. Good second effort.
Good second effort there from Ferguson. So saved the back net shot, then saved the side net shot. Kept it to a single.
Bowler patting him on the back for saving the ball. Oh.
2 runs courtesy of a deflection off the fielder. They move now to 30, so 40 looks a little unlikely, but they've certainly put Western Australia in a strong position.
Having a little trouble with the stump, sorted that out. And here we go.
Yeah, it's through, so 2 runs. And 2 balls remain. Three
Unlucky.
runs, 2 runs. So kept off the 3 net and misfielded into the 2 net. So saved the run. Moved to 34 with 1 ball remaining. Oh, finds the edge. There was a good finish there from Langdon Mayhew. So they've scored 34 runs in pursuit of the 112. There's still some 80-odd runs away from victory here, Western Australia. Is that enough for the first 4 overs, Tony?
34 is a great start. Should be enough to get them going, I believe. But on the other hand, New South Wales really need to start finding some wickets here. Because if they don't, I think this side will be able to get through. But I've said that so many times before and I've been proven wrong.
Yeah, who knows what can happen. Certainly anything.
And especially with young kids, anything can happen.
Yeah, we see McEwen and Prescott have the job of continuing the run chase
And
for
Clissold to
Western
bowl.
Australia, and it'll be Clissold to bowl the 5th over. To remind you that the next game coming on this channel, the 17 and under boys prelim final, as McEwen starts with a single. Yeah, that prelim final will take place between Western Australia and the Australian Capital Territory from 7 p.m. Eastern. So do stay with us for what promises to be another fantastic match. Dot ball there. I tell you what, McEwen would want to be careful. Just have a look at the way he takes position here. He's very close to leaning over the pitch, which is not permitted. 2 runs.
Opportunity here.
Really good bowling from Clissold.
There's a big following here, young fella. Crowd giving him the wave.
There'll be 2 behind square leg with 1 ball remaining.
Oh. Young receiver there just watching the batsman, trying to catch
done
him
it the
out.
whole game, yeah. Happy with the dot, so a good start. Well bowled from Clissold. 5 runs from the over. Now, Ambrose is calling the entire New South Wales team down to the net. And he's turned his microphone off, so I'll have no idea what this is about. Tony, any guesses?
No, it can't be gathering on the pitch or anything because I haven't seen any of that. I think that may be what he's talking about. I'm only guessing, but I think he has pointed towards the pitch.
Well, that's a bit of a misnomer. The only reason you can't be on the pitch is if you're trying to use it to control the pace of the game, which isn't allowed, but you can stand anywhere you like on the court. So I'm not sure what that one's about. Maybe something to do with the exclusion zone or move in the way of the batsman, not sure.
Could well be. Just a pity he turned off his mic, then we could have heard.
Yeah, not looking after the spectators there is Ralston. Played up into the net, but safe in the end for 2. That's off the first ball of Brown's 2nd over. just a single, so caught some back net first. It's starting to get late. Well, not late, but early evening here in Dubbo. Start to feel the chill come into the air here in the centre. That's through the field. So one run.
Yeah, and like even though it did rain this morning and a bit earlier on this afternoon, it was still pretty warm in here.
Yeah, it was a nice day here in Dubbo after the rain stopped. I suspect probably rain today in Canberra as well, so I'm not sure that I avoided any inclement weather.
I think the same in Melbourne as well.
Just for a change, Tony. I think it rained the whole time. Opens was on down in Melbourne, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it did, yes.
I tell you what, mate, you're lucky it's the sporting capital of the world or no one would live there. I kid. I like Melbourne.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I remember just going back to 06, I think it actually snowed during the juniors up there at one time.
Chilly weekend in Canberra. Certainly not immune to the unfavourable weather, but I guess we're fortunate enough that it's indoor cricket.
Yes. And that's what a passerby at the caravan park asked me today. Are you playing indoor or outdoors? It was pouring this morning, and luckily I said it was indoor cricket, so we could still play. But
it's going to be Ever to bowl. The 7th over now. The score's on 47, so WA just ticking along nicely. Well played, just gave himself time.
Yeah, off the back foot. Bit of fly. Oh.
Just well played, just so well weighted there from Prescott. May only have been a single, but just so smartly dealt with.
Oh, good opportunity.
Fielding, but Prescott was home.
Well done by young Brown, I think it was, down the front court.
Yeah, Prescott want to be careful. He was dawdling a little bit there. He only just got there. Yeah, again, well flighted from ever. He's bowling. He's thrown it right up there. How long is it going to be before he attempts in a false shot? Teases a false shot out of either of these two. 2 balls to go. Straight to the fielder, a chance.
Well fielded.
Yeah, well done.
Did try to duck out of the way, but
I would too, to be fair. The last ball.
There's
There's the shot. Oh, and it's just bounced out of reach of the receiver. So Prescott gets 4, and that's the over. Chanced his arm. You could sense that was coming the whole over, and I think that might have hit the exact part of the net where there's a chain holding the gate. So the bounce off the net wasn't true, and that just made it difficult for the New South Wales field. But hey, that's the same for everybody. And 4 runs off the last ball, and they move now to 59. And I tell you what, it is game on.
It is game on, and with that shot there, they were batting quite well too. So what are we now? 25 this batting pair, so they're doing quite well here. Going to be well over the halfway mark after this over.
Well, they've put themselves in a position, even at the start of this over, where they can get away with pairs of 20-25 and still win the game.
Certainly can. I was just noticing there, young Ferguson is putting a couple of marks on the side, maybe for the ball that comes out. So maybe he's learnt from that. Sort of making a mark where he may stand if he gets another opportunity.
Yeah, it's very intelligent. Well picked up, Tony. Oh, misfield there. There's certainly a chance. Prescott hit it straight to the fielder.
I think he had that little look before he got the ball.
Yeah, that's it. So Schofield's the bowler. 5 balls remain. Driven and through. The fielder just unsighted from the non-striker, and it got through to the backcourt for 3. The New South Wales captain starting to show a little bit of frustration up here at the back. And beaten.
Good delivery. I'm just not sure if the New South Wales have that go-to bowler nearly every team has to try and stem the flow or get some wickets here. But the slower bowlers, to their credit, have been troubling the batsmen in this innings.
But they've seen them off.
They have. They have.
That'll be out. Oh, misfielded. Unbelievable. I thought that was just a silly run from Western Australia, but gee, they got very, very lucky there. Schofield doing the right thing, trying to get a hand on it, but he just patted it away from Ferguson.
Certainly did. That could have been one that Ferguson may have even called for.
Driven again, deflected off the field, just creeping towards the net, but no, just a single. And one ball remains now in the second pair. They're on 31. They've done a job. And a call of no, so they finish on 31 runs, some 48 runs shy of victory. And it is game on.
Certainly is. As you're saying about young Hayden Ferguson, showing a bit of frustration there. Really need to hit this batting pair now, and I know that's an obvious call to make, but they really need to start now. Otherwise, this game's going to slip away after the third pair.
Well, all this pair needs to do is keep them within striking range of the total. It's going to be Stampala and Bottega. Yep. And realistically, in a sudden death game, 40 runs is achievable. We've seen one pair score 40 runs in this game already.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
So if they get anywhere close to that, so all they need to be 72 plus, right? Obviously, they want to be closer than that. And all the last two pairs need to do is get somewhere within 10, 15 runs for the last over of the game. And they're well on track to do that. So could be in for a cracking finish here. Clissold bowling his second over and beats the bat first ball. They've gone up for the catch, but Ralston Ambrose not at all interested. A dot ball to start.
And Egan is a bit susceptible to going out as well. So, and he's coming in to bat last. So there's going to be an opportunity there for the Blues to get some wickets. But they really need to start it here. Oh, another good delivery. Just over top of leg.
It's evident already with two balls already in this over that Clissold is going to trouble these two. New South Wales will be desperate to convert this third ball opportunity to a wicket. Here it is. He comes out at it. Good job. Really good job from Stampala. Just almost smothered the ball into the net.
And the fielders are on the back foot there. And they couldn't get there to put pressure on the field, on the batsman.
Oh. And a no ball. I tell you what, for mine that should have been a no ball anyway. The front court fielder was still in the exclusion zone down the front there when Clissold began his run up. So you want to be careful where they are. Piece of fielding, but 2 runs, a safe 2, and 1 ball remains in the over.
Started off with 2 really good balls in this over and just, slowly
struggled
falled away. Yeah. Just like me trying to get my words out.
Well, doesn't help when I interrupt you, mate.
No, you're all right.
A dot ball to finish. So it was a good over, I think, for both teams. Yep. 6 runs off it, but New South Wales won't be too disheartened by that. Stampala did look a little uncomfortable in these first few deliveries.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see how the remainder of this skin goes for him and what New South Wales can produce.
So we have Eva. No. Yes, Fraser Eva.
10th over now. Direct hit at 2, safe. Ambrose has been very consistent with those calls. There's a couple of little run-out chances that New South Wales have had, but Ralston Ambrose making no mistake. Yeah, well played from Stampala. I mentioned how uncomfortably he looked against a similar bowler in Clissold early, and he's just dealt with that pretty easily. Once again, batsman, the fielder in the exclusion zone as ever begins his run-up. He's called that a no ball for height. But that's the second time that they've got a no ball for a different reason that I think would have been a no ball anyway.
I think Ferguson's going down to question the umpire's decision.
Through the gap, chance though. Fell into Brown's hands, couldn't come up with a direct hit that time. 2 balls remain in the over. And once again, a fielder in the exclusion zone as the spinner beginning his run up. I think all I can think as they go up for a catch that's given not out is that the umpire's either not seeing it or he's saying that the run up, Evers' run up, doesn't actually commence until there. But
That could
for
be
mine,
right.
he's walking in.
Yeah. And Stumping up, he's given it. Good bowling from him.
That's a big
Wickets
wicket
all
to
round.
finish the over. They really needed that.
And I'm in the same mind as you too, Cam. As soon as he starts from here, from this back of the court, not to the yellow line, for me, he's starting his run up back here. So, to me, that's the next ball being bowled. But unless you, like you said, unless he's not picking that up.
Look, to be fair, it is borderline, and the reason I'm calling it out is that exclusion zone exists for safety reasons, for a reason. So
It certainly is.
We need to make sure that it's adhered to. Designed to keep the fielders far enough away from the bat. 11th over now. Kells to bowl. Chance at the top. And through for a single. Interestingly, this is Kells' first over. They've held him back till now.
Questioning the score at the moment. New South Wales coach.
Played and miss.
Sometimes I think as coaches we're just asking something just for the sake of it. Maybe to keep the umpire's mind on the game. Oh, I thought he had him stumped then.
I think his foot had never left the ground there, although he was stumbling around on the front foot. The back foot didn't move. It is third ball though, and the New South Wales crowd is pumped. Well played, straight into the fielder though.
Well chased down by the keeper.
Yeah, keeps it to a single.
It's funny because to me this pair is struggling, but they're not going out at the moment. And they've got positive 11. They've just lost the 1 wicket, I think. So they're doing all right.
Chance, misfielded.
Oh.
That's one.
Wow.
For mine, that was 2. So 1 ball remains in the over now. It's been a good one for New South Wales.
Now we've got both coaches asking questions.
Chance at the keeper's end.
Oh.
He's home. So 2 to finish the over. They get 5 runs from it eventually. And they're doing the job, this pair. They just need to tough it out for the final 6 balls and give themselves a chance of winning the game. They're some 34 runs, within 34 runs of victory. So that's gettable now in one pair.
It certainly is.
They can get 5-10 runs off this last over. Western Australia right in the hunt.
And now the close run outs, the opportunities New South Wales are starting to miss now. They were hitting the stumps just before. So they're sort of going the same way WA were going when they were fielding. And I think it may be Toby Schofield to bowl the final over to this pair. If they can get to about 85, roughly 85, it'll be
And it falls
no.
safe. Got the little pitching wedge out and just put it onto the green. Did Stampala.
Thought the 3-liner might have run in to catch that. Would have been a big wicket at this time of the innings.
At flight, length, and 2 again though. They're really doing the job. We're looking the goods for a very, very interesting finish here, Tony.
So still 30 runs away and still very doable.
Into the gap again. Another 2 runs. Three balls remain, the game in the balance. Well bowled, pace right off. It'll change up there. And 2 balls remaining. A chance.
Oh, not
2
out.
runs.
Direct hit would have been
Yeah,
good.
needed the direct hit. I just say again, like I know New South Wales are disappointed with that call, but from where we're sitting, Russell Ambrose has been consistent as it gets with those calls.
Certainly is, and that's what you ask of an umpire, and he's done the job so far.
Yeah, just because it's a loud appeal doesn't make it out.
No.
Last ball for this pair. And a leg side. Gee, that hurts now.
And young Schofield not happy with the call, or not happy with himself. Dot ball or wicket here would be really good for New South.
And a dot it is. But Western Australia are within 24 runs of victory. We've got 4 overs left. It's going to be a cracking finish. It's going to be Jake Egan and Daniel Voss with a job for Western Australia. Can they do it?
Well, I'll say yes.
Will they do it?
Well, that's another thing. If young Egan can keep his head, I believe they will. But he can throw his wicket away every now and then, but then he'll back it up with a 6 or a 5. So he's got the capability to do both. And I think Voss would just need to poke the ball around just to rotate the strike and give Egan the main strike. But, you know, anything can happen in the next 4 overs. The pressure's now on WA. New South Wales have the runs on the board.
They do. It's going to be Egan to face. And Lyndon Coward will bowl the first over to the pair. Western Australia need 6 runs and over to win their way through to the grand final from 4th. And they start with 2.
And that is no mean effort. That is a great effort from 4th spot. Great effort if they get there. And Victoria resting at home, watching this game probably to see who they will play tomorrow.
Oh, and he beats the bat of Voss. It's coming around the wicket to the left-hander.
Hoping both teams sort of run themselves into the ground.
Oh, he's down leg side, but he dragged Voss out of his crease. Voss would want to be careful. Oh, no. This has been a game of just missed chances, haven't it? How many of those have we seen? 10, 15?
Oh, I certainly have. And I'll tell you what, Cameron, I hate to be the coaches on the sideline at the moment.
Coming back over the wicket to the right-handed
Actually,
Egan with 2 balls remaining.
I don't know how they're actually keeping so calm.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Certainly can.
It's a great shot there from Egan, but straight into the fielder, so just a single. Final ball of the over.
Oh, well.
Yeah, just inside that line. Good finish. So 7 runs from the over, though. That's more than what Western Australia need, and they're now just 17 runs away. New South Wales, I think if they're going to win this, I think they need at least 2 more wickets. At least 2 more wickets in the next 3 overs. Otherwise, Western Australia will get home.
Well, they certainly will, and the scoreboard pressure will then be on the WA batsmen. But they need to strike now, though.
So they're going to throw the ball to Aidan Kells. Again, they held him back. He bowled none for 5 in his first over, so went wicketless, but troubled the batsman. So can he do it again? It's Egan on strike. 3 overs to go. Driven well, and for 3 runs.
Good shot.
That's a big shot at this stage of the game. I think I've given them an extra run somewhere here. 2.
Yep, 2 runs in the leg side. it is.
7 runs. Jake Egan, the man of the moment, has just caressed that ball for 7 runs and put Western Australia well and truly in the box seat. Just 6 runs away from one of the most remarkable run chases you will have seen. To hands, but through for 2. And you can hear the Western Australian crowd rise now here in New South Wales' territory. We are in the country, but it's still New South Wales. 2 balls remain. Driven again, misfielded for 3. Egan has 13 runs to his name from this over alone, and scores are level.
Wow. 23 runs so far off 2 overs.
And a no ball to finish.
Front foot, no ball.
Oh, off the pitch as well.
Pressure getting to the New South Wales bowlers now.
Well, who would have thought, Tony, that we would see Western Australia begin the penultimate over of the run chase, 2 runs in front of New South Wales 112.
Well, I tell you what, Cam, I certainly didn't. And I thought it would come down to the last over, and it still may. But the coach giving some instructions to the team. Egan played the gutsy shot early in the innings, and it paid off.
Well, for a young cricketer, in a sudden death game, to back himself to hit that shot, that's incredible.
And look at disappointment on the back court of New South Wales after he hit that shot. You know, chin up, boys, are still not out of it yet. They're only 2 runs in front.
Yeah, but New South Wales will need several wickets now to prevent Western Australia from advancing.
It certainly do.
It's Langdon Mayhew who went none for 7 off his first over. Here's his first ball, and it's a dot. See, Ferguson took the bails off there because the bat was in the air, but Voss was standing behind the crease. So obviously they're trying to buy a wicket. May well even see an attempted man-cat at some stage. And a leg side.
No.
They can't afford any of those right now. Oh, Langdon Mayhew's come up with
what we need right here.
A little off-cutter. He's got through him and taken the top of middle stump. And all of a sudden, New South Wales right back in the game.
Crowd's going wild.
Cracking stuff, Tony.
Absolute
cracking
is.
stuff. Seesawing indoor cricket. New South Wales clearly not giving up. Another wicket like that this over. And will WA be able to hold their nerve? 3 balls remain. Chance.
There it is.
Ball safe. It's 2 runs, so back in front with 2 balls remaining.
This is what Egan did earlier in the day too. He went out and then tried an expansive shot next ball. Got away with that one, luckily. But that could have been a bit disastrous for WA if the catch had been taken.
Full and wide, driven in the air, but safe again. 2 runs for the Western Australia. They're back 3 runs in front now with 1 ball remaining in the second last over of the 13 and under boys preliminary final. Last ball for Langdon Mayhew. And happy to block that one out. So they will start the last over of the game. 3 runs in front. But New South Wales have kept themselves in the game. All they need is a wicket. You tend to think they probably need 2, depending on how the over progresses. But anything can happen. Will we see an attempt at a man-cat? Will we see Ferguson, his sneaky little attempted run out to the back here? Maybe he'll cash in on one of those.
Look, he may do, and I think you're right. I think they will need 2 wickets to seal this game. The good thing is we've got Voss on strike at the moment. With Egan doing all the power hitting.
And it'll be...
may put some pressure on Voss here a little bit.
It'll be the New South Wales captain with a job to bowl the final over and try and pull his team back from the brink. We almost saw Western Australia do it in the 17 and under boys major semi-final. Will we see New South Wales do it in the 13s? Here we go. And no ball to start.
Not the start.
What for?
Front
foot. Will the Western Australians have it re-bowled? Yes, they will. No, they won't. So,
no.
But still, that's costly. He's just called dead ball while he sorts out the score. So it was 4 runs from that, and that's put them well ahead now. So 2 wickets definitely required. And 3 runs, and now it may well even be 3 that they'll need.
So 10 in front, 2 wickets will be tied.
Bear in mind a tie will see New South Wales go through. They did finish higher on the ladder.
4
so
balls
they'll need 2 dots and 2 wickets. And Western Australia, barring a significant
pretty much home,
equivalent of maybe Moses parting the Red Sea, Western Australia are home.
And to think they gave up 76 runs in the last 8 overs and missed countless opportunities of getting wickets when New South Wales were batting.
And Jake Egan puts it well and truly beyond doubt. He hits his second 7 for the match. And Western Australia, my word, what a run chase this has been.
Certainly has been. 110 chasing 109 in the semi-final. And then chasing 112 in the preliminary final. That has been a great effort from a team in 4th spot, making the grand final.
Last ball. Oh. And he beats the bat, but that will be it. Western Australia have put together one of the best run chases you will ever see in the 13 and under preliminary final and have eliminated New South Wales, and they will now take their place in the grand final against Victoria. New South Wales can't quite believe what has happened, and Tony Pahi, neither can I.
No, neither can I. A great run chase, a great run chase. And as I said earlier, you give up 76 runs, you miss countless opportunities in the field, and you ended up winning the game, was it, by about 19, 20 runs. Hats off to WA. And from 4th spot, not many teams progress from 4th spot. It's been a great effort. Commiserations to New South Wales. They put up a valiant effort.
Look, New South Wales battered the house down considering the start that they had. The fact that they were able to put on 112 in what I thought was a winning score is absolutely incredible. And ladies and gentlemen, we might see another amazing finish here. There's 1 ball remaining in the 15 under boys preliminary final, and South Australia will need 8 runs, I think, to win, because they need to win the game. They need 8 to win, so they'll have to hit 7 and run again. We'll just tell you how that finishes. And they've hit a single, so the Cyclones have beat South Australia and will advance to the final in the 15s. But just back to the 13s, I'm incredibly impressed with the skill of all of the players in this match. We've seen a remarkable game of indoor cricket and some 243 runs scored in a 6-ball over game. Absolutely incredible effort.
And at that age, this young age, they've showed maturity, they've showed composure, both sides, and put on a great spectacle for the crowds. And I hope everyone, watching around the country and around the world, hopefully they've seen a great game of indoor cricket at this young age group. Some as young as 10 years old, maybe, we don't know.
Yeah,
10, 11, 12 years old.
I hope you also take note of some of the names you've seen here today, because trust me, you'll see their name in lights as we head into the future. And we've seen 2 fantastic games take place just now here at Dubbo Sports World, and we have 2 more to come. On this channel, we have the 17 and under boys preliminary final, and on the other, you'll see the same in the girls division. But for now, Tony Pahi, thanks very much for your commentary during the game. It's certainly been a pleasure.
Thank you, Cameron. Same here.
And we hope you've enjoyed our coverage so far. There's 1 more to go today ahead of tomorrow's grand finals. Our thanks once again to Destination New South Wales, the Western Plains Regional Council and Cricket Australia. But we'll be back after a short break, and we'll resume coverage with the commentary team at about 5 minutes to 7 ahead of the preliminary final between the Australian Capital Territory and Western Australia. But for now, my name's Cameron Walter. For the rest of the team, it's bye for now.